Good morning, fellow captors, and welcome back to your fourth edition of the Park Royal Quarantine Quiz. My name's Matty Shaw, and I am delighted to be here with you this morning presenting another fantastic quiz. We've got three great rounds for you. I hope you enjoyed your warm, hot breakfast that we had this morning. I absolutely loved it. Felt almost like I was at home, similar to a breakfast I might cook for myself. So I was very happy with breakfast this morning, and I hope you were the same. We are going to jump into it very, very quickly. But thank you so much for those that have been playing along with me, sending me their answers. Special shout out to Siobhan, Thomas, and Matt, who have been getting to me every day with their results from the quiz, and they've been doing quite well. So I hope you guys enjoy today's round. If you are staying at Park Royal and you want to be eligible for prizes like those guys, make sure you write your answers on a piece of paper and photograph after the quiz and send through to either myself or the Park Royal Facebook page. Don't worry, you'll get the answers at the end of every round for those that have played before. You know there's 3 rounds of 10 questions, and make sure you play fairly, honestly, and remember, most of all, to have fun. Your first round, we're back to an old favourite. It is the Disney round. And we'll start off with question number 1. Who voiced Buzz Lightyear in the Toy Story films? Who voiced Buzz Lightyear in the Toy Story films? Question number 2. Name 2 of the Australian landmarks that Marlin and Dory visited or saw on their journey. Question number 3. Who was Pocahontas's love interest? Who was Pocahontas's love interest? Question number 4. What was the boy's name in The Incredibles? You can see him there up on the top right. What was his name? And number 5, finish the lyrics. Cruella de Vil, Cruella de Vil. Blank. Okay, I'm going to give you 10 more seconds on this page before we go to the next bracket of questions. Number 6, in Brother Bear, what was the name of the bear cub that Kenai protects? You can see them down there on the bottom right. Question number 7. Whose best friend is a mouse called Timothy? Question number 8. What Disney movie features the song When Will My Life Begin? Question number 9. What comic legend starred in the movie Flubber? And finally, question number 10. What movie, released in 2013, was a spin-off from the popular Disney film Cars? Okay. Everyone ready for your answers? Fantastic. So, the voice of Buzz Lightyear was Tim Allen. Answer number 2. You have to name 2 of the landmarks that, pardon me, Marlin and Dory saw on their adventure. So, it would have accepted either the Sydney Opera House, the Harbour Bridge, or the Great Barrier Reef. For those Sydney-siders here in the quiz, hopefully you would have got at least 2 of those. Number 3, Pocahontas' love interest was John Smith. Number 4, the boy out of The Incredibles was called Dash. The lyrics were, Cruella de Vil, if she doesn't scare you, no evil thing will. The name of the bear cub in Brother Bear was called Coda. The elephant with his best friend Timothy was Dumbo. I don't think it mentioned elephant in the question, but he is an elephant for those that know. Number 8, the answer was Tangled. Number 9, Robin Williams was the comic star in Flubber. And as you can probably see quite clearly on the right, the sequel to Cars happened to be Planes in 2013. I'll give you a couple more seconds to make sure you've got all of your answers there before we head across to the next round, which is flags and cities. So the way it's going to work, the tiles are going to look exactly like what you can see here. Obviously, I've gone with Australia because it's easiest. So you'll see Australia is the flag over on the left-hand side, and on the right is the capital city of whatever that flag belongs to. So you can see the city of Canberra there on the right-hand side. So the flag's on the left, city's on the right. To get a full point, you need to name the country and the capital city. If you can only name the country or the capital city based on the picture, then you get half a point, okay? Just making that clear. I'm going to show the flags and the cities to everyone for 20 seconds each as well, okay? So we're going to kick off with the first one now. Nice and easy to begin with. And number 2. And number 3. And number 4. Number 5. Number 6. Number 7. Number 8. And number 9. And finally, number 10. Okay, so hope you all enjoyed that round. I certainly enjoyed making it. Here are your answers. Number 1 was Mexico City in Mexico. Number 2 was the Ukraine, capital city of Kiev. Number 3, Hanoi in Vietnam. Number 4 was Brussels in Belgium. And the picture over to the right is actually a picture that I took when I was in Brussels in Belgium of some graffiti on the wall. I just think it was a really well done graffiti that looks really good. So you can enjoy that while we move on to number 5. It was Suva in Fiji. Answer number 6 was Oslo, Norway. Number 7 was Rabat, Morocco. Number 8 was Santiago in Chile. And answer number 9 was Islamabad in Pakistan. And number 10, Manila in the Philippines. Interested to see how you all went with that round, so make sure you write down your answers and send them through to me, because yeah, I found that round very fun. We've got some exciting picture rounds coming up. You'll see a theme throughout these quizzes that I do. The first rounds 1 and round 3 are usually question based, and round 2 is usually picture based, a little bit more interactive. So if you've got any suggestions on rounds you'd like to see, either in the questions or in the picture interactive round in the middle, definitely get in touch with me and let me know, as some of you already have, and your rounds will be coming up in upcoming quizzes in the coming days. But your final round is a sports round, so we're going to kick off with the first question. In American football, how many points do you score for a touchdown? Question number 2. In which country, I'll repeat that again. Which country are the current Netball World Cup champions? Question number 3. The Chicago Cubs and the Boston Red Sox play which sport? Question number 4. Modern pentathlon involves running, shooting, and horse riding. But which two other sports are also featured in the modern pentathlon? Question number 5. Which country's rugby team is called the Springboks? It's supposed to be question number 6, but the numbering screwed up. But true or false, skateboarding was due to make its Olympic debut at the Tokyo 2020 Olympic Games. This will now be question number 7. Complete the name of the current NBA champions, the Toronto blank. Question number 8. In what sport is 180 deemed a perfect score? 180 is sometimes how they would say it. Question number 9. Which of these is not a real sport? Is it foot golf, hand rounders, or chess boxing? Which of these is not a real sport? A, B, or C? And the final question in today's Park Royal Quarantine Quiz. Who has won more Grand Slam tennis titles, Serena Williams or Roger Federer? Give you a couple more seconds on that before we head across to the answers. Hope you enjoyed today's quiz, guys. Give me some feedback if you can. But the points that you score for a touchdown in American football, 6 points. Answer number 2, New Zealand are the current netball world champions. And so they should be. Bloody great netball team from New Zealand. Number 3, the Boston Red Sox and the other team, I've forgotten the question, but they play baseball. Number 4, the other two activities in the modern pentathlon is fencing and swimming. Number 5, the Springboks are the national rugby team of South Africa. Answer number 6, it was true that skateboarding was going to be in the Tokyo Olympics this year. And for those of you wondering what's going on with the Olympics, they've just put it back to next year. So it's going to be exactly the same times, dates and locations, just 12 months away. So there will be an Olympics. It will just come next year, hopefully when all this shit is over. Number 7, the current NBA champions are the Toronto Raptors, and there's one of the Raptors stars doing an old slam dunk. He actually won that slam dunk competition. Don't know what his name is, don't really follow basketball, but did know the answer to that question. Number 8 was darts. The perfect score of 180 is in darts. And number 9, hand rounders is a fake sport. For those of you that answered chess boxing or foot golf, go and check them out. They are fantastic sports, especially chess boxing. It's unbelievable. You can only imagine what life might be like being a chess boxing superstar. And number 10, Who's won more Grand Slam titles? For those of you that said Roger Federer, it's not. It is our good lass, Serena Williams. I don't know how many she's won. Let me get the information for you now because I feel like it's important when people take quizzes to be educated. How many Grand Slam titles has Serena Williams won?
23 Grand Slam singles titles.
Wow.
According to Wikipedia.
Right, that's enough. No. 23 Grand Slam titles for Serena Williams, and that rounds out our quiz for today. Thank you so much for playing. As I've mentioned, to be eligible for prizes, please photograph your answer sheets and send them to either myself or Park Royal. I need to also update my join us again slide as well. You can see some of this has been copied and pasted. Yeah, there's a few mistakes in there today, but that's all right. Hopefully you guys can bear with the mistakes, and maybe it makes it a little bit more personal. You can see that I am doing this live, although you guys aren't live listening to me, but I quite prefer doing the recordings. It means I can make sure they get out on time, and it means that I know that everyone's able to do the quiz without having any technical difficulties, because the internet has not been very kind to me, and neither have the streaming services. But I hope you've enjoyed today's quiz. I hope to see you again for tomorrow's quiz, and if you've missed any of the ones that we've done previously, you're only picking up the quiz today, go back and watch any of the previous quizzes I've done every day. There's no specific date and time on them for you to do them. They're not date specific. They've just been released in a chronological order. So feel free to go back in time and enjoy if you're looking for your quiz fix. Stay strong, stay positive, whatever day you are on in quarantine. Keep smiling. Remember, your family and friends love you, and I'm really looking forward to having you get out of here as you are looking forward to getting out of here as well. So remain strong, remain positive, and we're going to get through this together. Thanks so much for playing. I'll catch you again tomorrow.